You're going to see Barraza lined up at quarterback again in a Wildcat. Best is lined up as the far wide receiver on the other side of the field.
And he's looking to run it all the way left side. This time dropped in the backfield. Big tackle made on the play by Dash Puckett.
Huge stop. As now you're 3rd and 6 from the 9 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, what great penetration that time. And Puckett maintaining his gap assignment. The sophomore sizzling into the backfield to make a big play. A little bit of pressure now put on this Bulldogs as they'll need 7. Cam move the chains inside of the 3. Barraza in motion. Rolling that way, flag flies, and I think this will be a legal procedure and make it 5 yards more challenging.
Yes, it is. So 3rd and 7 is not going to become 3rd and 12.
And just to let you folks know, we are back in live on our YouTube main channel. So sorry for that. We've had internet go out twice tonight, but very briefly, only for about 10 seconds. YouTube, not a fan of that.
Not a fan of that.
Neither am I. This is a Wi-Fi world. And it's spread wide here for the Dogs. Barraza in motion. They're going to set it back up and picked off! What a play by the defensive lineman, sky high, Alex Putnam. The second takeaway of the night for the Devils.
And a huge one. 1:41 left in this first half, Brian. If they can go down the field and score and tie this game up, they get the ball back to start the second half.
What a read. He saw it all the way. Basinger was behind him trying to set up the screenplay. And just not enough lob or touch on the pass. Alex making a nab like it's a big rebound. Still a lot of time here for Carey. Still with 1 timeout. Smiley going for it all, but he overshoots everybody. The closest player there was Grant Eversole. And way over the safety's head, 2nd down.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of the way he's done all year, and he just threw that where he thought his receiver was going to be because that was nowhere near anybody.
So the Devils will break the huddle here with that tight set, couple tight ends. And they'll go play action again. Here's Carter, brought down in the backfield. Another sack for this Bulldogs defense. And it's the 2nd of the night for that gentleman, Kyle Lathrop.
It's going to be about a 8-yard loss. Not what you needed there if you're the Carey Blue Devils, because now you're in danger of not only not scoring before half, but giving the ball back to Columbus Grove, who has 2 timeouts and the potential to score in one play, as we've already seen a couple times tonight.
Take some more of your guys' comments here. 32 new ones coming in. See Robin out there, says go Carey, go Blue. Tyler wants to know why they're not kicking the ball down the field. Rhonda and Janice enjoying the previous touchdown by the Devils. Rhonda very vocal out there tonight. Keep it up, lady.
3rd and 18.
And a crucial play here for both units. If you're Carey, with those 2 timeouts in the back pocket here of the Bulldogs, tempting maybe just to run this, ensure that the clock continues to spin, and they've got to burn one up. They've got 4 wide here, and it's going to be Smiley all the way. Here's Carter Smiley out across the 30, and the Bulldogs will use another timeout.
So he's going to get 6 on that carry.
Just a Zion quarterback run all the way and almost got drilled immediately by Lathrop again, who has just been a menace tonight.
Lathrop from that defensive end position has done everything he has wanted to so far here in the first half. And now you're in a crucial situation if you're the Carey Blue Devils. 4th and 12 from your own 30. We've already seen them go from it in this position once. Do you risk that again, or do you punt the ball away and make them move the ball down the field with a minute 18, say a minute 10 when they start the drive after the punt, and only one timeout? I don't see why you even attempt to go for this on 4th down here.
Punter is out on the field. They will play this safe, and I think needing that dozen yards, even though Carter Smiley's been able to hook up on a couple of deep ones, especially to the freshman Trip Phoenix tonight. This is not the time or place for that. Barraza back waiting for it at his own 40-yard line. So potential for some quality field position again here for the Bulldogs.
It's
and it's going to get blocked. Yeah, a piece of that caught by Columbus Grove, and they will have excellent field position, diving on it inside the 35.
Wait, it's going to be Carey Blue Devil first football it's going to be first down Carey on the block. It was then fumbled and recovered by Carey. So it should be Carey football, and it should be a first down. We'll see what they call here.
Yeah, a lot to unpack. Let me run this for you guys real fast. Let's see what we see. It looks like it's picked up there, or at least touched by a Columbus Grove player, and then Carey dove on it. Wow. But the fact that it was tipped off the punt, I think changes.
I agree.
I believe. Wow. I think they might get this wrong here, Josh. If it's tipped by Columbus Grove, I think it's just a free ball from there.
But the question then becomes: did they consider the ball at any point recovered by Columbus Grove? Because if they considered the ball recovered at any point by Columbus Grove, which could have been, I don't see it in their possession for longer than a second at any point. But that's what the conversation is about right now, is if the ball was at any point recovered by Columbus Grove and then fumbled again, it would have then changed possession, and
Sure.
It would be Carey ball first down.
I think they're going to change the call here, or at least there's a lot of cheers coming on the home side of things.
Which would be the correct call, because I did not see Columbus Grove have possession of that ball for it to change possession again at any point in that scrum.
We'll relay the explanation.
They're going to give Carey a first down.
So a big break here for the Blue Devils. Show this to you guys one more time. Obviously, it's tipped, and then there's no question that it's touched here by Columbus Grove. And that'll give Carey the football back.
As you see Coach Schaefer trying to get an explanation.
And the referees are going to have Carey back off the football here because he's getting that explanation as he fully deserves. I mean, that's a pivotal play right now in the game. It's either them being set up with the ball just outside of the red zone or new life for this Carey offense with a fresh set of downs.
Who's already shown that they're capable. I mean, they've completed 2 passes tonight. They've completed 2 passes for 48 yards and 42 yards. They're going to have we have 3 officials now over here on the sideline with Coach Schaefer having this discussion. Rightfully so, because, again, if it's a clear recovery by Columbus Grove, then they got the correct call. But I did not see a clear recovery anywhere by Columbus Grove here on this play. They're going to discuss it again. We just had an officials timeout. Coach Schaefer has asked them to discuss this again.
Well, if they went to the replay on OH report, it's still a little inconclusive.
It is. Which is, you can't overturn it at this point.
So the referees are going to have a nice little talk.
We got a referee carrying a briefcase of some sort out here. What is going on right now?
Oh. Now, during playoffs, what do they get, like a video booth? Does he open up a screen out of that case? This is new for me. Oh, they're bringing out the rule book. I think that's what it is.
100%. That is what he is handing out right now.
So we'll show this one more time. I'm going to slow it down even at the very, very beginning for you guys. Okay, so the pressure comes.
It's a clear block.
Yeah. There's a chunk of that football that's touched by Reynolds. So then it takes a bounce, and I think it's just from here.
So you would think that maybe they recovered it there, but it's never in anybody's clear possession.
So the more I watch the replay, it feels like the less I learn and the less I know.
This might be the first time I've ever covered a high school football game where they have had to pull the rule books out to figure out a call.
I'm with you. This is first time for me too, partner, and whatever the call is, you just certainly hope that they get the correct one out on the field, because taking a little bit of the momentum out of the game right now. We're probably closing in on, 4 or 5 minutes? Trying to get this thing right.
They're going to bring the rule book to Coach Schaefer to explain the call to him.
Which explains or indicates to me it's going to be Carey football. Otherwise, they'd be running over to Coach Merschman and say, sorry.
Now, my only thing is, and I haven't read a high school football rule book in a long time, Brian, the only thing that would make sense is once you block the punt, that becomes the change of possession. Once you block the punt, that then becomes a live football, and whoever recovers it, and it's a change of possession. So if Carey recovers that, it's like like a turnover in general, and it's a first down. This is the only thing that would make sense to me.
Well, after they get the rule book back over to the sideline, it is going to be a 1st and 10 from the 34 for Carey. And actually, I think they called a delay of game. So even give them 5 more yards. And this Columbus Grove crowd not loving any of it. A lot of confusion over here. I see a lot of scrunched up brows and some
I'm
discussion.
right there with them.
But now can the Blue Devils do something with it? The referees are going to
have another conversation about maybe there wasn't a penalty. Maybe it was just spot. I tell you what, I give officials all the credit in the world because they go out there and do a job that I would never go out there and do because I know the scrutiny that they take. However, it's times like this where we're even trying to figure out what's the holdup still.
Well, it certainly helps in the NFL and the college ranks to have the microphone on the referee, which they do have here tonight. You just can't pick it up on our broadcast. But we have not got an explanation for this yet.
So they're going to move the ball back again now to the original. I'm so confused.
Well, no, they're going to keep it there at the 39. So we are back to action. Carey's got a $112 to play with. New life, and they'll start in the hands of Austin Niederkor. To the edge, pushing the pile. He's got a first down. And Carey quickly going to get back up to the line of scrimmage as the clock stops at 1:05.
Clock stops to move the chains. Change gets set. Clock starts. So we're inside 60 seconds now.
From the 45.
We're going to have a false start. Yes, we are. It's the 4th penalty on the Blue Devils here in the first half. Something that we're not accustomed to seeing out of this Carey team.
Still looking for it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, on the left tight end position.
Smiley's going to roll right. He's going to look downfield. Nobody to throw to, so he's going to take off and run. Get out of bounds right about midfield.
Decent gainer as he picked up the penalty yardage and then a couple more.
Looks like they're going to mark him out at the 47-yard line.
So Smiley turning nothing into a little bit of something and able to get out of bounds, which is the key.
43 seconds, though. At some point, you have to take a shot.
They're going to send 3 receivers up top. They got the freshman out wide, Niederkorn in the slot. A lot of pressure. Smiley steps up, going long. He's got Austin, almost able to accelerate underneath it.
Carter's got to be very, very careful because he was very close to the line of scrimmage when he throws this football. The line of scrimmage is about the 46. He's actually past the line of scrimmage when he throws that football.
Smiley was right on it and nearly nailed it in the passing game there on a deep bomb to Austin Niederkorn. But it's incomplete. 3rd and 8.
37 seconds.
Bulldogs playing zone defense. Smiley again just lobs it up for grabs. This time it's intercepted. Picked off on the backside here by Baxter.
And he's got some room up the sideline.
So the first takeaway of the night for Columbus Grove. And it's almost like the sports gods trying to balance things out after the complicated call. They'll get the ball basically right at the 35 where they could have had it off the block punt. And Smiley, boy, he's been living on that razor's edge tonight. He's put a lot of balls up for grabs. This is the first one that's come back to bite him.
Yeah, that one's just a tad bit overthrown. Tripp tried to go up and make a play on it. Unable to get to the ball that time as there's a flag on the play.
It was an awful late flag. And just a sideline warning against the Devils.
Now they're going to add 15 onto that at the end of that run, sir. Columbus Grove is now going to start inside. No, they're going to start in the red zone, essentially, from the 21-yard line. 22 seconds and a timeout. They can go up 2 scores here going into halftime and have a huge momentum swing.
Very important last 22 seconds here. Barraza with the fake best, bouncing around in the pocket. Now he escapes to the right, and he'll go out of bounds. Might have got hit late. It was Norton with the contact, no whistle, as the clock stops with 14 ticks remaining.
They're going to give best 5 on that play. The smart thing there, though, is he gets his yardage and he gets out of bounds. They don't have to use that final timeout here.
So everything's still in the playbook. As they'll come out, 2 receivers to the near side. The lone man up top, Stetschultz. And they'll give it to Barraza. Looking to shake and bake his way. He does get a first down. So the clock will stop, and it'll be interesting call here. If you try to spike it, it looks like they will, and no time came off the clock. I think at least a second has to come off on a snap.
Or 2.
So even though this is a neutral game, the home team getting a little home cooking there from the scoreboard operator.
That's what we're getting ready to have. That's what they're having a conversation about right now is the clock. The clock did not move. Six. They're going to take 3 seconds off the clock.
And so even with 1 timeout, it looks like Coach Schaefer is going to try to tack 3 on the board and make this a 2-possession game. What a wild last couple of minutes we've had.
Most entertaining end of a first half I think I've been a part of all year.
So a big spot here for Columbus Grove and their kicker, Evan Verhoff.
From the right hash. It's not a straight-on kick. Kick up, right down Main Street.
So it's a kick at the horn by Verhoff. And that will take us into the half, 24-14. What action we had here in this first half, and still plenty more to come. When we return, we will have both marching bands' performances as well as some halftime stats, give you some analysis, and get you all ready for quarter number 3. Oh, they're putting more time on the board?
There's 4 seconds left on the clock. Apparently, I thought for sure 3 or 4 seconds ran off on a field goal. At least that's what I've always become accustomed to. But there's still 4 seconds on the clock. So apparently only 2 seconds came off on that snap, hold, and kick.
So jumping the gun here on the halftime festivities. We'll get to the halftime bands here soon enough.
That's a big field goal for the Bulldogs, though. Puts you up 2 scores. You know Carey comes out offensively. Their offense is finally starting to find a rhythm. They're going to come out with the ball in the second half, but we'll talk about some stats at halftime that we have about this Columbus Grove defense.
Here comes the sophomore Verhoff to kick it away. It'll be a short one near side. It's going to take a hop. That's a live ball. And finally collected there.
Again, look at the clock. No time comes off the clock.
So a few frustrated fans here in the building. As Chase Stone brought that in, probably at least a second should have come off. Maybe 2.
Believe the clock starts when the ball is touched on a kickoff, not on the kick. So I'd say a second, absolutely.
Well, it's certainly the world's fastest field goal. You never see those take just 2 seconds off of game action.
I expect Carey just to come out, hand this football off.
Might even just kneel it down. That's exactly what Carter Smiley will do. And guess what? Now it's time to move on to the half. The Bulldogs lead it by 10. I already told you we got the halftime bands making their way out onto the field. Josh and I will break down the action for you so far through 2 quarters and then also get you some scores from around the state. You're watching live and free playoff football on the OH Report.
Our Carey Blue Devils a great game on Friday. Go team. At the end of this, I have a special message from our board member, Sherry Walter. And don't forget that Christmas in Carey is on Friday, December 1st. See you there. Go Blue!
Right, Nicholas Wayne in the corner.
Okay, let's do this thing.
Hoffbauer Disposal Services is a locally owned and family-operated business located in McCutcheonville, offering residential, commercial, and roll-off trash services. Hoffbauer Disposal Services are proud supporters of Carey football.
planetary closing tonight's show featuring the recent Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, the Foo Fighters. The Foo Fighters were formed in 1996 by former Nirvana drummer Dave Grohl and have become one of the most renowned modern rock bands of all time. This song was arranged for the planetary by future percussionist Brody Baker. The planetary closes tonight's show with one of the Foo Fighters' best songs, Everall. The Punt Political Marching Band is led by Philip and the Region Director Ronell Rosen, Jr. and Martin Small. We're on the guys and thank you for your attention. For all the go Blue Devils. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of the Bulldogs, the state superior-rated Fostoria High School Marching Band. The Fostoria Marching Band is directed from State President Rick Siegler and decided to perform a competition show during the desert tonight. The band is under the field direction by Steve Landon, Steve Burson, and Alex Puverello.
beat them 14-7. Yeah, Grove beat them 14-7. Yeah. We bluffed them 14-7 a couple weeks ago. Yeah. So, was it the last game you went to?
Yep, league championship.
This might be the most I've won. The most I've seen here. Yeah, I think Hopewell put a team pretty good. The two teams they lost to though are both like what Galleon's D4. Yep. And Hopewell's D5. Are they 6? Oh, Hopewell's 7. Yeah, that's right. Hopewell's 7. Yeah, they're 7.
Tonight's winning 50-50 ticket number for $532 is a green ticket.
Hey all, it's Cassie from the Carey Chamber, and I just want to wish our Carey Blue Devils a great game on Friday. Go team! At the end of this, I have a special message from our board member, Sherry Walter. And don't forget that Christmas in Carey is on Friday, December 1st. See you there. Go Blue!
Hi, Nicholas, Landon, and Connor.
Hoffbauer Disposal Services is a locally owned and family operated business located in McCutcheonville, offering residential, commercial, and roll-off trash services. Hoffbauer Disposal Services are proud supporters of Carey football.
Tonight's high school football playoff action brought to you folks live and free thanks to the good people over at Hoffbauer Disposal Services, your locally owned and family operated trash provider offering residential and commercial trash pickup and roll-off dumpster rentals. Houk Hardware, located at 100 East Findlay Street in Carey, proud supporter of Blue Devil athletes. HDER Link, providing reliable, affordable, friendly internet service to residential and business customers. Clouse Construction, the place to go if you need anything built out there in the Northwest Ohio area. Call my guy Brian Clouse over there. He'll get you hooked up with some awesome stuff. Jessica Gossman from Key Realty, meeting all your home buying and selling needs every step of the way. And the Carey Chamber of Commerce. Love those ladies over there. They do a great job of getting your business seen in the Carey area. Hit them up. Check them out online down in the description. We'll be right back. Your halftime stats. Second half action on the way from Fostoria. Welcome inside the Clouse Construction halftime show presented by Carey, Poverello Federal Credit Union. Brian Skowronski alongside Joshua Banks. 24-14 is the score here tonight in Fostoria, and one heck of a contest that we've had so far. The winner moving on to the regional championship game, and I think for both of these teams, we certainly think that Carey, this is the most that they've struggled defensively in a while against the squad, probably dating all the way back 10 weeks ago. And might even be the same for Columbus Grove. Both of these teams at times, they've shown some sparks.
Yeah, their offenses have both shown sparks. We haven't really seen either one of these defenses really step up and I think play up to their potential. We looked at stats earlier. Grove's given up very few points this year. They had a point in the season where they had multiple shutouts in a row. Very talented defensively, and this Carey team's kind of – the stats we're going to look at aren't going to show it. But they've really kind of been able to move the ball slowly but surely. A couple long passes where I think Carter Smiley might have had his eyes shut when he threw them. But they've done what they needed to do, and it's only a 10-point game at half.
Very balanced offensive attack so far for the Blue Devils. 90 passing, 90 rushing over on the other side. It's been kind of the same story as well, as they've put it up for 111 through the air, 134 on the ground. And definitely they've showed that they've got some playmakers. Their stud sophomore quarterbacks also came away with that big call on the blocked punt that potentially could have set up Columbus Grove to take command of this game. Instead, it's just a 10-point cushion instead of a 14.
Well, and it's really interesting, too. We talked about that kind of the football people looking down on top of Columbus Grove. They end up throwing that pick, and they run that pick all the way back to where they would have had possession of the ball when that punt scenario kind of went down. The second half is really going to come down to which defense is going to get a stop. But I think the true swing here has to be this first drive for the Blue Devils. You're down 10. You get the ball to start this half. You have to come out and, I would say, put points on the board. But Carey's not known for kicking field goals. Put 7 points on the board. Make this a 3-point ball game. And see if your defense finally wants to show up for Coach Merschman, who we know loves his defense, and get a stop and give you a chance to win this game in the fourth quarter.
Carey coming off of a shutout against Columbia, who made it to the regional championship a season ago, 29-6. They knocked off Crestview in their playoff opener, only allowed 6 points against Seneca East in Week 10. And you got to go all the way back to week number 2 to find a week where the Blue Devils allowed more.
One is to
knocked off by Pandora Gilbo in the very first game of the season. Then in
Very talented in Hopewell Loudon. So these two teams have been battle tested all season. And it's really showing here tonight as we're getting ready for second half football.
it's going to be Carey ball first. As again, they kick it short. It's going to take a hop right in front of Norden. He takes it and able to squeeze through a little crease, throw a stiff arm, and he's out near midfield. Great return here by Connor Norden, the senior, to set up the Blue Devils with great field position.
And that's exactly what Carey needed. Almost on plus side of the field to start the drive in the second half. Now again, if you're Carey, you have to come out here and get points. Carter Smiley has thrown the ball tonight. This might be the most I've seen Carey throw the football all year, what they've done so far tonight. But they've been very scary passes.
First down for Smiley and the gang here from the 48-yard line. And Carter is going to go left, catches a block from Steen, tripped up, but falls forward inside of the 4. Tight set, I formation, it's a toss, and here's Steen, Eli to the corner, and he's able to bring his momentum for a first down as Carey inside of the 40-yard line, just a couple of plays in.
Yeah, they're inside. They're on the 40. He's going to get 4 yards on that carry. Only needed 2. And that's the thing with big Eli Steen. He's going to get 3 or 4 yards every time he touches the ball because he just falls forward, and he's a big body out there. It's hard to bring him down on first contact. Now they're going to go back to that trusty power eye.
Smiley turns hands off. Steen again, second straight carry, a second straight first down as he pulls a defender down to the 25-yard line. Another Burson Bakey first down.
And that's a 15-yard run for Steen. And he's one of those guys, once he gets that body rolling, he's hard to bring down as he barely gets brought down there in the back end of the defense, or that might be 6.
Devils keep all the big bodies out there. 3 backs again, a couple of tight ends. Smiley hands to the up back. It's Broadman, bounces off of a defensive tackle and then maneuvers his way out near the 20, turned it into a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was going to get stopped in the backfield.
6'4", 225 on that last carry. We've talked about Steen as a sophomore, listed at 240 himself. So the double beef patty stacked up in the backfield, and they'll give it to the deep man Niedercore here. And he's going to get rocked. Still able to swivel his way for a gain of a couple.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to give him 2. A generous 2, because it looked like he got bottled up pretty quick there by this front by the Bulldogs.
Another hard physical runner. Defense does force a third down.
Looks like Grove's gone to a 5-man front, 5 down linemen. Carey's going to stay in their power eye.
Going to be Carter to Broadman.
He's still going.
Fighting for more yards. Has let the rugby scrum ensue all the way down to the 7-yard line. Nathan Broadman. Carey from the stacked eye. It's Steen this time. 2 hands on the football, and he's going to dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. What a drive. Heck of a start here for Carey.
They went back to their comfort zone, Brian. They went exactly what they needed to do.
So the Blue Devils an extra point away from making this just a 3-point game, and that's exactly what they've done. The Blue Devils march down the field. We've got a heck of a game going here.
Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, let's do this thing.
the comeback? Are you ready for the comeback?
Carey capitalizes on a short field as they march down, and we've got a flag here on the ensuing kickoff. I think this will be offsides here against the Blue Devils. They'll have to back up and try it all over again, but Coach Merchman and his guys doing everything they can, try to create some extra possessions, keep the ball out of the hands of this very talented Bulldogs offense.
Yeah, trying to keep the ball out of the Bulldogs' offensive hands, but it's a risky call there. You don't want to give the Bulldogs possession in positive territory either with the way they've been playing so far tonight.
Columbus Grove has not been stopped on offense outside of the turnover that they had down in the red zone.
They've done what they want, when they want, how they want so far this evening. But we know Coach Merchman's going to have a conversation in the locker room with his guys that's going to change the aspect of how they feel about this game.
Here comes the junior Sam Cole to kick it away. We'll see if they elect to go short again. And he'll boom it down the near side. It's taken inside of the 25-yard line. And here comes Reynolds squeaking through. And he's going to be drugged down at the 43-yard line. So the Bulldogs, too, will have fantastic field position. Their first drive here of quarter number 3.
Yeah, that's a great return there by Reynolds. As you hear this Columbus Grove crowd, they want a horse collar. We'll look at it here. Looks like he just grabbed the back of the jersey. He didn't get inside of the shoulder pads. You can grab jersey as long as you don't pull down by the pads. So
still going to be fabulous starting field position for Landon Best in the offense. Him and the combination of Trenton Barraza, unstoppable in the opening half, and here comes Trenton. Nowhere to go this time. Eli Steen able to wrap him up, throw him down for a minimal gain.
And all Carey needs, and we've seen it every game we've ever covered for Carey football, they need one momentum swing, and that changes the entire outlay of the entire game for them. They scored the touchdown in the first half. They get that stop. Another stop here. There's a flag on the play. Looks like in the position of holding or a block in the back.
We'll run this back on the replay for you guys, show you how it all shook out. But right now the Bulldogs marching. So it will be an illegal block in the back. Show you this play from the top. It was a quick snap by Best. Up for that run. So it'll be second down. They've got Carey scrambling, maybe just trying to get him to jump off sides. And we'll see sometimes a quarterback will back up and just do they're going to back up Carey all the way inside of their own 5.
What a punt. This Carey offense go 96 yards to get to the end zone.
See if they can do it again here, just at the midway point of the third. Smiley with the pitch to the left side, and a strong tackle, maybe no gain on the play.
Where he can hurt them.
And we do apologize for the glitchy stream.
6 first downs here in the third quarter for the Carey Blue Devils already.
Able to find a crease to the outside, and another Burson Bakie first down.
Where are they going to mark him out at?
Into enemy territory, down to about 45. And the running attack in full pursuit here now for the Blue Devils, starting to find their confidence and winning at the point of attack up front.
There's Norden again. He just does not go down on initial contact.
So they have really been feeding the beast. Broadman again getting a push from Steen and into the second level. Falling forward for extra yards time and time again. Heck of a drive here for Carey, even if they come away with nothing to start it on their own 4-yard line.
They have eaten a lot of this third quarter clock between their first drive and now this drive. There's Steen. Great job. Much better job there of Columbus Grove by hitting.
Got to be able to see what's going to happen on this 3rd and 3. They'll toss it. Niederkorn tries to hurdle his way through, but he cannot get over the barrier. The Columbus Grove defense comes up, knocks him down in the backfield for a loss.
He's going to lose 2, 3. Give it to Broadman or Steen. Let him get 1 or 2, and then leave yourself in a 4th and short. Now you're 4th and 6, and this Columbus Grove crowd starting to get back into it.
Devils come out with that tight set here on 4th down, and they're going to go play action. Protection for Smiley. Now he's got to get loose. Carter Smiley to the edge. The football is out. Columbus Grove has it.
And that's just great pursuit by this Columbus Grove defense. As Mr. Barraza is in there to force the fumble.
Junior has been everywhere tonight, making plays on both sides of the ball. After that long drive, but they give it away on 4th down again. And they're going to go to the air. Play action
got him
wide open, man. And this
open.
could go in for 6. It looks like Zach Reynolds will coast. 62 yards to the crib. So Columbus Grove strikes immediately. And a flag at the 35-yard line. They're going to say the touchdown is good.
Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, let's do this thing.
Hoffbauer Disposal Services is a locally owned and family-operated business located in McCutcheonville, offering residential, commercial, and roll-off trash services. Hoffbauer Disposal Services are proud supporters of Carey football.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Second time tonight, the Columbus Grove offense has put together an explosive touchdown. The latest, a 62-yard bomb. Reynolds taking it in for the score.
You can't ask for anything more. Their second touchdown of over 60 yards as they had a 63-yard run earlier in the first half. Their offense have been explosive, and this is just a wide open receiver for the Bulldogs. There was nobody within 15 yards of him when he caught that ball.
So a huge play for the Dogs as they've built the lead back up to 9.
To see where we go from here with the Carey Blue Devil offense. You're down 9. You still got an entire, but you kind of got to start trying to move the ball in bigger chunks.
Do not believe Carter Smiley has attempted a pass yet in the third quarter.
He is not.
It's been number. The Bulldogs, fresh off a stop and a big play, make another one right here.
And I tell you what, there's still 42 seconds left in the third quarter, and we got a 12-minute fourth quarter left. But if the Bulldogs go down and score, that fumble could be the dagger.
Looked like Basinger might have got a paw in there. So a huge opportunity now for the Bulldog offense. Try to put a stake in the Devils' hearts. And they'll begin drive.
They do not have to run another play before the end of the quarter, but it looks like they're going to go and they want to get another play off.
Get back in it. Find out with us.
Okay, let's do this thing. Let's do this thing.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
First play of money time is a run by Barraza, as he's able to snake his way through for a first down here to open up quarter number 4. I'm Brian with Joshua tonight here in Fostoria, and we've had a heck of a ball game going throughout the entire course of the night. It began with Columbus Grove getting off to a couple of touchdown lead. Carey got themselves right back into it, but right now, some crucial moments, of course, as we are here in money time, and the Carey defense in desperate need of a stop to try to hang.
Carey needs a stop here, and again, we're in a situation where Carey doesn't really have the offense to go down and score quick as Barraza. They're just going to keep feeding him. He gets hit, still falls forward. He's going to get 6. They don't have the offense to really score quick, Brian. They're a ground and pound team, and they're in a situation where you're inside goal to take the lead, so you got to get 2 stops against this offense, and they haven't done that yet tonight.
The Bulldogs really taking their time getting back up to the line of scrimmage as the play clock melting down to 6 when they take it. They'll toss it, and not a whole lot of room this time as the Carey defense stiffens up and forces a third down.
Looks like Besta's going to get 2, maybe 3 on the carry. We're going to have a 3rd and 1. They're going to go quick. That's going to be a false start.
Be against the left guard, Kyle Lathrop. He's had a great game defensively tonight. And just a little mental lapse right there. So it'll make this third down a little bit more challenging as the Dogs will need 6.
But they're in 4-down territory.
They're going to hand it off. Barraza left side, hitting the backfield.
It's going to get back the penalty yards, maybe a couple more. Looks like we're going to have a 3rd or a 4th and 3.
See the initial contact, able to slow down his momentum just a bit as he was hit by Broadman, but still chugged forward for a couple. So critical 4th down here coming up, certainly for the Carey defense.
If you're Columbus Grove, do you go back to what scored you a touchdown on the last drive? You've ran it 6 times in a row right now. Throw a little play action at him and throw one to the end zone. Best is going to keep it. He's going to get stuffed. There's that Carey defense getting a stop. And they're going to take the ball back with 9.5 left here in the 4th quarter.
Just what the pharmacist prescribed. Carey getting a stop here. And the sophomore Best not able to wiggle free as he made a nice little shimmy shake, but Broadman got those powerful paws on him and then got help from Norden and company.
The workhorse in the backfield tonight makes 2 critical stops defensively.
Still lots of time here for Carey to do what they do offensively as they'll come out with that heavy set and punch it forward again with Broadman.
Broadman's going to get 5 more.
And that's kind of been on his average tonight.
Absolutely.
Kid who entered the week less than 20 carries on the season.
Has 11 tonight.
And has seldom been slowed down as the Bulldogs show blitz. They'll bring some heat. Steen works his way to the outside, and he's able to churn out a gain of a couple. Quickly becomes 3rd down for the Carey offense. Still need about 3.
Steen's got 10 carries on the evening. So they've pounded the football. They just haven't broke off the big play from a Putnam or a Niedercore or anybody like that so far this evening.
And I thought Eli over on the sideline was going to break down and start doing some push-ups, keep himself pumped up. He's off the field right now.
As we're going to have a encroachment on Columbus Grove.
And that's something that we saw against Carey numerous times in the first half, at least a couple. And it works in their favor here as that will be enough to move the chains. So it's a Burson Bakies 1st down. As the Dogs, who were penalized just once in the first half, hurting themselves a little bit here in half number 2.
That's their 3rd here in the second half.
Clock, though, continues to roll, approaching the 8-minute mark. And Carey's got to get to work offensively.
They need a big play.
From their own 36, triple back set. The lead man gets it, or actually a fake, and Smiley to the outside just gets clobbered as Loudon, Achmany, able to catch him.
It's like they're going to say no gain. I thought he might have lost a yard.
So the Blue Devils continue to huddle. Has more than a half minute coming off just that last play since. They'll go play action, though, this time. Big pancake block as Smiley uncorks one. It's tipped and nearly picked off.
Broadman had to switch real quick there from receiver to corner to prevent that interception from happening.
So Carter's been living a bit dangerously in the passing game tonight. The latest, no exception. Double coverage on the play. And as you mentioned, Josh, just having to break that up, not even able to kind of make a play on it to pull in a reception.
Putnam's going to come off the field. Really hasn't been super involved offensively tonight as we're accustomed to seeing.
Big 3rd down and 10. Smiley steps up, tosses one deep far sideline, and it's going to be tipped on the joust, incomplete.
As we have a flag.
It's down right at the line of scrimmage. And they're going to say an eligible man downfield, and since it would be 4th down and 10, you imagine they probably decline this one. But it's up to Coach Schaefer.
Yep, looks like they will decline it.
Take a second look.
Ineligible man downfield on Carey.
See, that was Landon Terrace, the intended target there on the far sideline.
4th and 10, 7 minutes to go. I don't want to say this is the ball game, but with this Carey offense and the way they run things, this is probably the ball game right here.
Critical 4th down on the way. As the Blue Devils sprint up to the line, and they'll come out 4 wide. 3 up to the top of your screen. Smiley, a lot of pressure from the backside. He's going to get dropped for a sack. The Dogs eat a sack lunch here to get the football back. And guess who? Lathrop with his third.
That young man he's untouched off the edge. Nobody touched him off the edge.
He and Blankenmeyer combined to make that sack. In a tough position now for Carey. As the Bulldogs consult this one away with a couple of big first downs.
Couple of first downs here, and and this ball game's over.
They'll hand it. Barraza makes a stutter step.
Gets a yard.
Carey able to push him back.
th carry of the evening for Barraza.
What kind of heart does this Carey defensive unit that's been so awesome over these last 10 weeks have left in the tank here? Barraza again, the solo back. He's got the carry to the left side. Almost looked like he was going to take it the distance. Niedercore able to wrap him up down low to force a third down.
He's going to get 5. Should be 3rd and 4. Call it 3rd and 5. Almost risky move. He stuck the ball out. Could have been punched out and looked like he started to stick it out and then realized he didn't want to do that and pulled it back. This is another crucial 3rd down here for this Carey defense. This game's not over yet.
But they'll have to get a stop right here. Best going to hand off. Barraza.
He's met in the backfield. No gain.
Defenders right on his back as soon as he took the handoff. So the Devils defense do their job. They at least force a 4th down situation here. But from this part of the field, you imagine Bulldogs going to roll the dice, keep the offense out there at the 20.
And guess who made that play defensively? Big Broadman. The workhorse on offense, who's been the go-to guy all night, makes another huge stop defensively.
Senior certainly wants his campaign to continue deep into the postseason. Got to get it done here on a 4th down. Best rolls left, comes back, sidesteps, and
he's going to be taken down in the backfield.
Can't escape the second wave. So the defense gets it done for the Blue Devils again.
By Broadman and Putnam, turnover on down.
2 seniors, Broadman and Putman, combined to make the sack. This Carey offense just has to figure something out. Put up a score.
But they'll have to do it in a hurry. 5:02 remaining on the clock. A team that seldom has gone into the 2-minute drill. They have played in front basically for the last 2.5 months. Clean pocket here for Carter Smiley. Steps up into trouble. Drop down, another sack, and it's Blankenmeyer again.
Both of them again.
See, just making nice moves, making Carter feel like he had to step up in the pocket, shutting off those blocks and getting in there to make the stop. Four wide here on the 2nd down. And Smiley again just
He's got a lot of field in front of him. He's going to take a shot.
Oh, great
What
catch.
a catch.
Brought in there by Landon Terrace.
They're going to call it incomplete, it looks like.
Oh, wow.
I thought he got a toe in.
Yeah, this actually Dominic Eater will slow it down for you.
It looks like he drug that toe.
So close. But the call on the field, incomplete. So now 3rd down, 13 the situation. Four down linemen here for the Bulldogs. They're going to bring some pressure up the middle. Quick pass out. Yeater's got the catch and a quick tackle.
A great open field tackle by Reynolds, who had the big reception earlier. He's had a couple big receptions tonight. Makes a big defensive play there on Dominic Eater.
Brings up 4th and 7.
There's just been no time for Carter Smiley to sit back there in the pocket
None.
and get to his second and third options. Had to get it out quick, and they'll have to get back up to the line of scrimmage fast here on a 4th and 7. More pressure coming. Here comes Carter taking off. It's going to be a play for the sticks, and he got it. Just enough for Carter Smiley, and a gutsy effort at that.
Yeah, he's going to get about 10 on that carry. It's a great job by Carter. Seen the pocket, breaking down on him again, took off, lowered his shoulder, and said, all right, if I'm going to get hit, I'm going to make sure I get this first down before I get hit.
So the senior keeps the drive alive. Now he steps up, rockets one deep on the far sideline for the freshman, in and out of the hands.
Tripp had a chance at it, unable to come down with it.
Pretty solid throw that time by Smiley just to give him a chance, and it was that second contact coming over, jolting it away there for Grant Eversole.
It's a great job in the secondary by the Bulldogs to come over and dislodge that ball from Tripp Phoenix, because that would have been a huge play for this Carey Blue Devils team.
Pressure coming from the near side. It's going to get to him yet
And
again.
look who it is again.
Unbelievable. Lathrop's having a huge night.
It's going to be a loss of 5.
Both he and Blakenmeyer from the edges have owned their matchups here.
And what's crazy is they're even leaving Steen in to block, and they still can't pick up just the 2 defensive ends. Pressure again.
Carter trips up, tries to get it away at the last second.
They're going to call him down. It's going to be another sack.
And this will go to Blankenmeyer. Well, he certainly got the throwaway.
The far side official said the knee was down. I don't know that it was. I thought he got rid of it before it went down.
So the clock will wind here. Under 2.5 minutes to play. 4th and 24. Heat's coming. Smiley puts it up middle of the field for a trip, and he cannot make the catch. Columbus Grove with a huge stop, and it appears that perhaps the season of Carey will stop here tonight.
2:18 to go. 3 timeouts. But an offense that has shown tonight that they struggle to consistently throw the football. I still think the momentum swing in the second half was a toss play to Niederkorn on 3rd and 3 when your big guys had taken you from your own 4-yard line into enemy territory. And that drive ended up a turnover on downs, and they scored a touchdown on the very next play on the toss, the fake toss bomb.
And now here's Barraza looking to put an exclamation point on a huge night for him.
Brought down by Austin Niederkorn.
Niederkorn with the tackle, and Blue Devils going to spend one of those timeouts, stop the clock with 2:09 showing. As you see it again on our Houk Hardware instant replay. Blue Devils still fighting tooth and nail here down to the very end. Final whistle, that's their character and the pedigree of this program, who state champions just a couple of seasons ago. And, of course, they still have several holdovers from that squad competing here tonight. There were youngsters trying to chisel out their own piece of history, but in a very tough situation here with the top seed, 9-point lead, and in the red zone.
Well, and I tell you what, the biggest thing with this team is, and we'll see it next year with this Carey Blue Devils team, Carey loses some athletes. They lose their quarterback. They lose some of their backs. They keep Steen. But they're not going to be any different next year. They're going to reload this team, and they're going to be good again, because that's the program that Coach Merschman has built in Carey.
Not dead just yet, though. looking to get another stop. They've got them on the last 2 Bulldog drives as they'll stack the box, bring some heat, and Barraza is able to push out to around the 16-yard line. Timeout number 2 taken now by the Blue Devils.
Going to get 3 on that one. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Bulldogs looking to win their 10th in a row tonight. This, the 6th all-time meeting between these two programs, dating all the way back to 1945. They played in 45 and 46, met in the playoffs in 2000, and then in 2018. Carey owns a 3-2 advantage so far in this matchup, but it appears the Bulldogs are going to even the score.
Crazy. Carey owns a 3-2 advantage, but Columbus Grove owns a 2-1 advantage in the postseason.
And looking to get healthier in that department here tonight. Bulldogs have got some big plays from their huge playmakers tonight. Certainly Landon Best has dotted some I's. We've seen Barraza make some big runs.
Reynolds with some big catches downfield as Best is going to keep it here. Best is going to walk into the end zone. The sophomore quarterback shows he can do it with his legs too from 16 yards.
And that the cherry on top for the Bulldogs. Best looking to get them fired up. Great performance by the youngster on the biggest stage of his career. First-year starter. Bolts through there for a game-sealing touchdown. That one is good to make it 37-21 now on the kick from Evan Verhoff,
who hasn't missed yet tonight. Not only extra points, but he had a field goal as well. I believe he had one blocked earlier.
Take one last look at the latest touchdown here from Mr. Best.
Patience. Great patience, allowed his blockers to get through. He allowed that entire play to develop before he scampered his way through the middle of the line and found a way into the end zone. The composure of that young man tonight has just been astounding. The way he's thrown the ball. He hasn't run the ball a lot, but when he's had to, it's been successful. That's the biggest difference when we see the post-game stats that we're going to go over. The negative plays, the sacks by this Columbus Grove defense. Carey hasn't got that kind of pressure on Landon Best tonight. And that's really been the difference maker.
And it's on the other side, the bookends that have been getting a ton of pressure on Carter Smiley since they've had to go into some passing situations. Blankenmeyer has been great here in the second half. Kyle Lathrop, in all 4 quarters, has been terrorizing Smiley every time he drops back to pass. Short kick, couple of hops, and it's fielded here by Carter Bain.
And now if you're Carey, you still want to score. You want your offense to put points on the board. But you're in a situation where, again, you got to throw the ball, and they haven't shown us that they can do that. Some deep balls that we even called them Hail Mary throws that were completed tonight has been their most successful passes.
Giving a lot of cushion out on the edge here to these wide receivers. So Smiley raced out of the pocket. Tackled yet again here by one of these stud defensive ends.
Lathrop.
Just cementing himself as primetime player here in this contest. Flag flies in. It'll be a false start, yeah, here against Carey. We have just 91 seconds remaining in their season. And have been such a pleasure to watch how they've developed from the beginning of the year, put a little chip on their shoulder coming out of the gates 0-2. Have not lost since.
And have dominated everybody they've played up until tonight.
Quick throw to the outside. HDER with the nab. He's able to pick up around 8. 6.
We'd like to remind fans that after the game, please refrain from entering the field.
Do want to invite everybody to stick with us for the Clouse Construction Carey Poverello Federal Credit Union postgame. They'll include an interview with our most valuable player. It's going to be a deep throw far sideline, and that will seal it. Maybe
Nope,
he's out of bounds.
Pass intercepted out of bounds.
Barraza almost came down with it.
Brings up 4th and 8.
Looked like he had a couple of toes maybe out.
It's a great effort by Barraza to come down with it, but it's another one of those balls by Smiley. It's almost like he knows the play call. He knows where his receiver's supposed to be. He doesn't even look to see if there's a defender there. He just throws it where his guy's supposed to be, and if his guy's not there, his guy's not there.
They got some big physical dudes on the outside. HDER certainly would qualify at 6'3", 200 pounds. They'll need a big one here on 4th down, but
Guess who?
very fitting.
Smiley dropped down.
What an unbelievable second half performance by this defensive front of Columbus Grove.
Turnover on down.
This time it's the pressure that gets to him. Jamison Rader bolts in, makes the play. And now it's going to be victory formation for the Bulldogs.
And what's been an absolute dominating second half.
Just have to nail it down one more time and then punch their ticket into the regional championship.
Where it looks like they'll be playing Bluffton, who had a rather large lead at the half over Ottawa Hills.
The Columbus Grove student section waving goodbye to the Blue Devils as they believe they have won, and in 40 seconds that will be the case. One last nail down for Best. And that will do it here at Fostoria. Heck of a run for the Carey Blue Devils, earning the number 4 seed, outright Northern 10 champions. But running into a Bulldog team that had it going on from the opening possession here tonight. As they will take this one by 16 points. Congratulations to the Bulldogs for moving on. And I see some other scores from around the area that we will share with you guys right after we return. So we'll take a quick commercial timeout. We'll be back with our final stats analysis as well as an interview with our MVP. Keep it here.
Hey all, it's Cassie from the Carey Chamber, and I just want to wish our Carey Blue Devils a great game on Friday. Go team! At the end of this, I have a special message from our board member, Sherry Walter. And don't forget that Christmas in Carey is on Friday, December 1st. See you there. Go Blue!
Hi, Nicholas Wayne in the corner. Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, let's do this thing.
Hoffbauer Disposal Services is a locally owned and family operated business located in McCutcheonville, offering residential, commercial, and roll-off trash services. Hoffbauer Disposal Services are proud supporters of Carey football.
Big thank you to all of our generous sponsors combining to bring you live and free coverage tonight, including HDER Link, who as always are providing reliable, affordable, friendly internet service to residential and business customers all over the Carey area. Hoffbauer Disposal Services, who is our MVP sponsor tonight, your locally owned trash provider offering residential and commercial trash pickup and roll-off dumpster rentals. The Carey Chamber of Commerce, make sure that they get your business known out there in the Carey area. They do a fantastic job, as does Jessica Gossman of Key Realty, meeting all of your home buying and selling needs. Houk Hardware, located at 100 East Findlay Street in Carey, proud supporter of Blue Devil Athletics and Clouse Construction Corporation. Hit them up, check out their website. They do amazing work. I'm going to head down to the sideline. I'll be right back with your most valuable player interview coming up here in just a moment. wave at me when we're up. Oh, I'm back now with our Hoffbauer Disposal Services MVP, and I've got Nathan Brodman with me. Obviously, very emotional time right now and a tough-fought game for all you guys. Just what makes you most proud about this senior group and what you were able to accomplish?
No, we've been working since January, and it's always so hard to just let it go. Like, we put so much work and effort into it, and it's just done now. Never going to play it again. Some of us.
It was a pleasure watching you guys kind of grow throughout the course of the season. Had a chip on your shoulder after coming out of the gates 0-2, so I'm sure a lot of memories for you guys getting to this point. And you seldom used in the run game until tonight, so tell me about how you were able to break loose and have your best rushing night of the season.
Shout out to my linemen. They're a great group of kids. Losing 4 of them this year, and I don't know, they just I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for you right now, just fresh off of the game. But what a great class that you guys had. You know, state champions a couple of seasons ago, and you get here right on the cusp of another regional championship appearance. So if you can just describe kind of the brotherhood that you guys have built, these 12th graders, how would you describe that to me?
A lot of us played midgets together. I think out of all of us, probably 2 came in from a new school. We just grew up together, have a lot of memories together, and yeah, it's just something you can't let go.
Well, do appreciate you giving us the time, and I know it's not as fun right now in this situation, but if you want to give any shout-outs, now's your opportunity.
Shout out to my family, my mom, O-line, everybody on the Carey Blue Devils team. It was a great senior year. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Nathan Brodman, our MVP, brought to you by Hoffbauer Disposal Services. Go ahead and throw it to a quick commercial break. Josh and I will be right back to wrap things up here at Fostoria.
Hey all, it's Cassie from the Carey Chamber, and I just want to wish our Carey Blue Devils a great game on Friday. Go team! At the end of this, I have a special message from our board member, Sherry Walter. And don't forget that Christmas in Carey is on Friday, December 1st. See you there. Go Blue!
Hi, Nicholas Wayne and Connor. Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, let's do this thing.
Hoffbauer Disposal Services is a locally owned and family-operated business located in McCutcheonville, offering residential, commercial, and roll-off trash services. Hoffbauer Disposal Services are proud supporters of Carey football.
back now with our Carey Poverello Federal Credit Union post-game show presented by Clouse Construction. And 37-21, Columbus Grove is moving back into the regional championship game as they have become a staple in the postseason once you start getting into mid and late November, Josh. And definitely an impressive performance by them against a Carey team that had a ton of momentum coming here into tonight, winners of 10 straight, outright Northern 10 champions. So definitely tip your hat to the Bulldogs. They got some dudes out there, and you see why this is a team that's been competing for regional titles here of late.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the Bulldogs, but at the same time, you can't hang your head if you're a Carey Blue Devil player that's going to be back next year, a senior who we just heard from, and Broadman, who you could just hear not the disappointment, because he's not disappointment. He's sad that his season with his brothers is over, but they're going to be back. They're going to reload, and they're going to be strong again next year. But this Columbus Grove team is the real deal. Their defense is legit. They had 8+ sacks on the night. They've got a sophomore quarterback that can throw the ball around, as we're going to look at stats right now, and you're going to see 361 yards of offense.
Yeah, good number.
And they made it look easy. They really did.
Yeah, they were seldom slowed down at any point in the contest tonight as they got out to a great start, threw an interception in the red zone. You thought maybe Carey could parlay that into some momentum. They weren't able to get any points. Bulldogs ripped off the first couple of touchdowns of the game, and they were the team that had the explosive plays. We saw Carey in the passing game on a couple of occasions. Looked like there were some passes that were kind of thrown up by, I think you said, Carter Smiley, maybe even, squinting his eyes a little bit when he tossed it up. But, they made a couple of plays, just not quite as many as their counterparts here tonight. And that's why the Bulldogs, I think, ultimately are moving on, because a couple of those explosive plays.
Yeah, two touchdowns of 60-plus yards, a 63-yard pass, and a 63-yard run. High school football, all it takes is one play. And they had 2 big touchdowns tonight, and they had several big plays on the ground and in the air, as you had Barraza also had a 33-yard touchdown to go along with the 60-yarder. Best had the 62-yard pass. He had a 20-yard pass. He had a 40-yard pass. And he did it on the ground with a 16-yard touchdown scamper that iced this game. But now if you're Carey, you go get ready. Your seniors that play basketball have a basketball season coming up. And your kids that are going to be back next year for football, you get them in the gym. Coach Meshman is going to do a great job of getting those guys in the gym ready to go for next year. And if you're Columbus Grove, you get ready to face a team you're used to seeing because they're in your conference in Bluffton, who you just beat 3 weeks ago, 14-7 to win the conference. And now you're going to see them again in what's going to be, from the way it looks, an absolutely amazing regional championship.
Yeah, sure. So many storylines at play, of course, in that one. As you mentioned, they met in Week 10 with all the marbles on the table, and it was Columbus Grove who pulled them off there for the championship. The only loss so far on the season for Bluffton came just a couple of weeks ago as they took care of Ottawa Hills tonight. So go ahead and put kind of a nightcap here on Carey's season and what we saw from them over these last 10 weeks, where really it's been magical football. They've played well on both sides and hadn't allowed more than 14 points in a game since way back in August, getting lit up for 37 here tonight. So it's not the way that they wanted to end it, but what do you think you'll remember most about these Blue Devils?
This is the Carey that we've seen in 2021 again. They have those workhorses in the backfield. They have a line that's not afraid of contact. They're losing some amazing athletes, but they've built a program where they want to keep winning. They want to get better. And I think what I've learned is they started 0-2, and they've riled off 10 in a row before tonight. And before giving up 37 tonight, they hadn't given up more than 14
for a while
since week 2. It's heart, it's dedication, and it's one of the best football communities that I think I've been to in a long time when you go to Carey country.
Yeah, maybe the best that we have in North Central Ohio. Definitely a fantastic program that I look forward to watching for years and years to come. That will wrap up our coverage, though, here from Fostoria as Columbus Grove marches on 37-21 to face off with Bluffton as Carey's season finishes at 10-3. We want to throw out some thank yous to all of our generous sponsors, including our guy Sean Berge over there at HDER Link, Hoffbauer Disposal Services, Clouse Construction, and Houk Hardware, all coming together to help make it happen, as well as the Carey Chamber of Commerce, Jessica Gossman, Key Realty, and many others. For my crew here, Jeremy Peoples and Joshua Banks, I am Brian Skowronski saying so long from Memorial Stadium. We will see you guys again back at it next Friday night. Take care till then.